Good day, everyone. My name is Cristine Daval. I am the first reporter. We are going to report in Chapter 2, Lesson 4 about curriculum mapping. So, what is curriculum mapping? Curriculum mapping is the process of indexing or diagramming a curriculum to identify and address academic gaps, redundancies, and misalignments for purposes of improving the overall coherence of a course study and by extension its effectiveness. So the teachers use curriculum mapping to track what they have taught in class, how it was taught, and what still needs to be taught. So every teacher must have curriculum mapping in every subject of a grade level in order to know what are the academic gaps, redundancies, and misalignments. Like our situation today, nga daghan kayong mga problema, nga na-encounter si students and teachers. And then, so by that problems, nga na-encounter. So, aware na ang mga teachers and then pagka next year, address na nila or mahatagan na nilang solutions ka kanang mga problema para ma-improve na ilang teaching and then yes makasabot na pod ang mga students. And then the result of this process or the result of this curriculum mapping is a curriculum map. Curriculum map, no, that teachers can use as a tool to stay organized and as a framework for daily lesson planning. So, curriculum map, it will help the teachers improve the overall coherence of a course study. Some curricularists would describe curriculum mapping as making a map to success. So, as what I've said earlier, that curriculum mapping is a process, and then the result of this process is a curriculum map. So, curriculum map is a graphical illustration that consists of a table or matrix. So, in curriculum map or inside the table, makita nimo dito ang mga content, mga lessons nga itudlo throughout the year. And then, the content standards, mga performance standards, learning competency of the students. Makita nimo diha ang mga skills sa mga students. So, these are the common questions that are asked by different stakeholders like teachers, colleagues, school officials, and the community as well. So, these questions will help the teachers to success in their teaching. So, these questions may include, what do my students learn? So, unsa ang mga nakatunan sa estudyante? So, natin ba nila ang mga objectives sa lessons? So, second question, what do they study in the first quarter? So, unsa ang mga lessons nga gistudihan sa mga estudyante in the first quarter? So, number 3, what are they studying in the school throughout the year? So, what are the lessons? So, unsa ang mga lessons or pinag-aralan nila in the school throughout the year? So, in curriculum map, not only the lessons in the first quarter nga naa sa curriculum map, but throughout the year or until fourth quarter. So, number 4, do my co-teachers handle the same subject, cover the same content? Of course, the teachers who handle the same subject, so also the same content, so achieve the same outcomes. Maybe, but yes, because they have the same objectives, and then but it depend on the teachers and how they teach to their students, and it depend on the students and how they learn the lessons. So use similar strategies. Maybe so the teachers have different strategies on how they teach to their students. So number 5, how do I help my students understand the connections between my subjects and other subjects within the year or next year? So the teachers will help the students to understand not only their subject but also the others subjects, because no, not only one subject nga pwede nila i-focus, and then pwede nila makatunan, but then the other subjects also. So there are many ways of doing things according to what outcome one needs to produce. So there are many ways of making curriculum map. However, whatever outcome or map will be made, there are suggested steps to follow. Example A. First, make a matrix or a spreadsheet. Second, place a timeline that you need to cover 1 quarter, 1 semester, or 1 year. This should be dependent on the time frame of particular curriculum that was written. 3. Enter the intended learning outcomes and skills needed to be taught or achieved at the end of the teaching. Number 4, enter the same matrix, the content areas, subject areas to be covered. 5. Align the name each resource available such as textbooks, workbooks, and modules next to subject areas. 6. Enter the teaching learning methods to be used to achieve the outcome. 7. Align and enter the assessment procedure and tools to the learning outcomes, content areas, and resources. Number 8. Circulate the map among all involved personnel for their inputs. Number 9. Revise and refine the map based on the suggestions and distribute to all concerned. So if you are going to make a curriculum map, you can follow the steps. So as a future educator, we should have a curriculum mapping in order to know what our academic gaps, redundancies, and misalignments of our teaching. So that's the end of my report. The second reporter will follow.
Good morning, everyone. This is my report. It's all about curriculum mapping. All about curriculum mapping. Curriculum mapping is a method to align instruction with a degree's learning outcomes. It can also be used to explore the breadth and depth of content in a curriculum Lindsay 2020. Curriculum maps are visual timelines that outline the shared learning outcomes to be achieved, contents, skills, and values taught, instructional time, assessment to be used, and the overall students' movements toward the attainment of the intended outcomes. Curriculum maps provide quality control of what are taught in school to maintain excellence, efficiency, and effectiveness. Curriculum mapping is a reflective process that helps teachers understand what has been taught in a class, and how it has been taught, and how learning outcomes were assessed. The curriculum mapping process results in a document known as curriculum map. Most curriculum maps are graphical illustrations that consist of a table or matrix. Curriculum maps, on the other hand, offer a long-term overview of what has already been taught. It is not unusual for a curriculum map to cover an entire school year. Purpose as education has become more standard-based. There has been an increased interest in curriculum mapping, especially among teachers who want to compare their curriculum to national or state standard, or even to the curriculum of other educators who teach the same subject and grade level. A completed curriculum map allows teachers to analyze or communicate instruction that has already been implemented by themselves or someone else. Curriculum maps can also be used as a planning tool to inform future and instruction. A curriculum map is ratio stakeholder-specific information for the alignment of the vertical, horizontal, and vertical. Horizontal alignment, sometimes called as a fishing guide, will make all teachers teaching same subject in a grade level follow the same timeline and accomplishing the same learning outcomes. Vertical alignment will see to it that concept development, which may be an hierarchy or in spiral form, does not overlap, but building from a simple to more complicated concept and skills. Curriculum maps are an avenue through which teachers can communicate with one another regarding content, taught, and skills assessed in every class and ELCCD 2006. In addition to assessment with reflective practice and better communication, practice Curriculum mapping also helps to improve overall coherence from grade to grade, thus increasing the likelihood of student achieving program or school level outcomes. For example, if all of the teachers in a middle school create a curriculum map for their math classes. Teachers in every grade can look at each other's maps and identify areas in which they can reinforce learning. This also worked well for interdisciplinary instruction. That's all. Thank you.